Gareth used to prefer funerals to weddings. He said it was easier to get enthusiastic about a ceremony where one had an outside chance of eventually getting involved in. In order to prepare my speech, I rang a few people to get a general idea of how Gareth was viewed. Fat seems to be a word most people connected with. Terribly rude also rang a lot of bells. So very fat and very rude seems to be a stranger's viewpoint. On the other hand, some of you were kind enough to ring me and to tell me that you loved him. Which I know he'd be thrilled to hear. You remembered his generous hospitality and his strange experimental cooking recipe for duck a la banana. Fortunately, we'll go to his grave. Most of all, you remembered his enormous capacity for joy. When joyful for highly vocal drunkenness. But joyful is how I hope you remember him. And not stuck in a box in a church. Pick your favorite of his vests. I remember him that way. The most splendid, big-hearted, weak-hearted as it turned out. Jolly bug of a guy any of us has ever met. As for me, he asked him how I remember him. But I thought of him unfortunately, for that I don't have words.
You don't see it. You just don't see it. I mean, how am I supposed to love you when you just don't see it? You don't see anything. You don't see me. You don't see beauty. You don't see grace and goodness and hope. When something like the moon shines down upon a lake, and the ripples in the water are so delicately highlighted by the translucent light, and every single colour is shining in one magnificent streak of greatness. You don't see it. And when I look at you, I'm looking at you, and my eyes are filled with so much sadness that I can barely keep them open. You can't see it. You don't see the sun. You don't see the way the rain trickles down upon glass and it streaks it so that the person on the other side is almost impossible to see. Why can't you see it? Why can't you just see it? Why? I mean, I can't love you if you can't see. I can't love you if you can't open your eyes to the world and see the sky and the birds and the water and the people around you. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Watch me. Watch me, huh? Look at me leave. Look at me leave. You don't see it. You just don't see it. How can I possibly love you if you don't see it? You don't see anything. You don't see me. You don't see love. You don't see beauty. You don't see goodness. You know, when the moon shines down upon a lake, the trickles delicately highlighted by the light. Every single colour shines in its own greatness. You don't see it. When I look at you, eyes feel so much pain. You can barely keep them open. You don't see it. Why can't you see? Why can't you see? You close your eyes to all the people around you and to the people who love you. Look at me. Watch me. Look at me, watch you. Look at me, Lee.
Mom, I feel so much better. Suddenly, I'm just, wow, and I want to go to school. I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but when I did that burp, I think my stomach, it just went whoosh. It really feels better now. Mom, look at me. Look, I can jump up and down and I don't feel dizzy at all. Mom, please, I don't need that medicine. I'm fine, okay? I want to go to school. I love the teachers. I want to make that paper Eskimo. Please, don't give me medicine. Besides, what if I'm allergic to it and then all of a sudden, bam, I'm down on the ground, curled up in a ball. Then what's meant to happen? All this green goo and ooze comes out of my mouth, my nose, and my...